It's crucifixion love. Godly love.
Godly love. Okay.
CC Wayman saying for love alone. Welcome to Agape FM. Welcome to the Midday Talk with me, Nwabisa. And as you know, the moment it hits 1 o'clock every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I am bringing you nothing but the best within Quebec and all around South Africa. And today is no different. I am sitting with Lynne Gadd-Claxton of CHOC. Is it CHOC?
CHOC, yes.
CHOC, yes. CHOC, Childhood Cancer Foundation of South Africa, and today she is representing the Port Elizabeth region. Welcome to the station.
Thank you so much for having me on air.
Thank you. Dear listener, thank you for coming through. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching on our live platform on Facebook. And if you have any questions today, please do contact us on 069-402-1131. That is 069-402-1131. And on email, we are at info@agaperadio.co.za. Or just inbox us or just comment us on our Facebook platforms, and we will get back to you. And today we're speaking cancer awareness. Today we're speaking empowerment. Today we're speaking nothing but being in the shoes of those that are under who are, I don't want to say suffering, okay? I just want to say those who are
going through a very difficult time.
Going through that difficult time. So as you know, that before we get into the interview, I want you to know who we're talking to. So I read the bio first, and then you know who and what she's all about. Lynne Gadd-Claxton is an outgoing, sensitive, and caring personality. She is enthusiastic and proactive in her work and personal life. She volunteers with a number of organizations in her free time. Lynne believes in creating a change in a person's life, and even if it's just one person at a time. And as individuals, we can be a change. We can be the change we want to see in the world. Lynne believes that the role everyone plays in a community is imperative to the success of that community. We each need to consider how our actions may affect one another if we are able to live in such a way that our thought process is able to consider the community. We can all feel connected to that community. Lynne Gadd-Claxton is the branch manager of CHOC Childhood Cancer Foundation in PE. CHOC Childhood Cancer Foundation is the only organization in South Africa that offers comprehensive support to children and teens fighting cancer and life-threatening blood disorders. CHOC aims to save lives through early detection and making the journey of those who are affected by the childhood cancer less burdensome through the comprehensive support programs they offer. Today, we are speaking to Lynne, who is representing the PE branch, PE region,
yes.
Right? Do you have anyone that you want to give a shout out to today? Because I know for a fact that there are so many people who are tuning in right now. Do you want to give a shout out to anyone?
I think everyone that's listening, hello, and thank you so much for tuning in. This goes out to all of you. I love you guys so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And please do tune in. Please do put in those notepads and those books and those pens, because we might just need, or you might just learn a thing or two about cancer, because not everyone is aware of what cancer is all about and what happens in the process. So Lynne, before I ask anything, the slogan, right? Keeping more than hope. Brief. I know that it's a South African organization, and it might have been, founded way before your time. But what is your understanding in designing when the slogan was designed, and what do you think the mandate behind that was?
Okay, well, our slogan is keeping more than hope alive, and when somebody obviously is diagnosed with cancer, you could feel like your world is coming to an end, and the chances of you dying, there's a percentage, and it's this very scary time. And so I think Keeping More Than Hope Alive is what our organization is there for. We are there to support a family during a very difficult time, so that they may maintain a positive outlook, and so that they may hopefully overcome the illness.
Beautifully said. How long has the organization been in operation?
CHOC was founded in 1979. It was founded by a group of parents that were sitting in a room, very much probably like the room that we're sitting in today. It was a waiting room outside the pediatric oncology clinic, and they were discussing their difficulties, and then they realized, but there's parents that are going through the exact same thing that I'm going through. They understand what I'm going through. Some of them have it worse than what I have it, but we should actually all support each other. So this group of parents formed the organization. They formed a support group, and from there CHOC was born. So we've been going for 43 years this year.
43 years. 43. Oh my goodness.
It's a whole adult.
It's a whole adult. a whole entire adult. CHOC is an organization that is the only organization that offers comprehensive care and support for individuals living with the disease, with the cancer, right? What are the challenges that you face on a daily or on a monthly basis, because you are the only organization that offers these? What are the challenges that you face?
In any non-profit, it is always funding. So I think that is probably our biggest challenge. CHOC is solely reliant on corporate or individual funding. We don't receive much government funding. And our services are so diverse, and we take care of every need that the family needs. So you can imagine running a household, but a household for, say, 10 families. Those 10 families still need food. They still need transport to and from treatment. They still need toiletries. They still need accommodation, and those are services that we offer. And then they still need guidance and support. Sure. So it's manpower, it's needs such as toiletries, food items, but those things can all be supplied by funding. So it's mostly funding. And then obviously to get our message out there is also one of our greatest challenges. Just generally is trying to create awareness of childhood cancer and the early warning signs of childhood cancer, because early detection saves lives.
We'll get into that. That early detection saves lives, because I'm more interested on that, right? But now, what are the biggest milestones? Because 43 years. 43 years has been a long time. And first, let me ask, how long has the PE region been in operation?
I would say over 10 years already.
Okay.
Obviously, Milestones within CHOC, they've received awards, numerous awards. They've obviously opened numerous houses, but for PE personally, my greatest milestone was getting the PE house for CHOC. And that was pre-COVID. We purchased a house in September 20. I have to think when COVID was, so 2018. We purchased a house, and we moved in the middle of COVID. We moved into this house here, so of May 2019, which was very also disjointed, because here's this exciting moment for CHOC PE, and then it's middle of COVID.
Yes.
So it was a bit daunting, but it was a great milestone for us, because we really needed a house in PE. There was a great need for accommodation, and so for me that was a huge milestone.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. So with that being a milestone, right? What is the one thing that you think, or that you believe that CHOC PE needs the most?
Needs the most, yeah. I think more volunteers. We definitely need more volunteers in PE. And obviously during COVID, and because of COVID, we're not allowed to have volunteers in the hospital. So ideally, we'd like volunteers at the CHOC house, and volunteers to assist with fundraising and that sort of stuff. So It's volunteers, manpower.
Yes, please, if you have got time on your hands and you are a person that loves to help, especially now we're working with kids, please do go on their Facebook platforms and call them. We will be leaving their contact details on this platform so that you get to know and you get to go to the house and volunteer and give back with your time and your energy as well. So with CHOC being a broad organization, it's a non-profit. There's a lot going on. I want you to tell us more about what CHOC is all about and what now the PE house has come to be.
Okay, so CHOC, as you said earlier on, is the only organization in South Africa that offers comprehensive support to the child and the family of children and teens. So children is from 0 years up until 18. So we support all those kids that are going through cancer treatment or a life-threatening blood disorders, and those are things like sickle cell anemia or Fanconi anemia, any life-threatening blood disorder. And so our services are so diverse. I spoke about the accommodation that we offer to families from out of town. So you can imagine we've got the Eastern Cape. It's one of the biggest provinces in the country. We've got a diverse area that we are servicing. So we've got our farming communities, Patensi, Graaff-Reinet, Credar, and then you've obviously got your metro, so you've got Nelson Mandela Bay, and in that metro you've got Uitenhage and Dispatch, and obviously PE. But those within the metro, those families do not need accommodation often, but you can imagine your Eastern Cape, all the way to Grahamstown in PE. We will service all of them until the Garden Route. You've got all those families coming to PE for treatment, and so they have no place to stay. So the treatment can be up to from 6 months up to a year. Obviously with in between going home and in between staying at the hospital, but in between they need a halfway house. So CHOC is that for them. It's a home away from home. We offer everything that they need. All their meals are taken care of. Their transport to and from treatment. If they need toiletries, we will take care of that. We often have families coming with no blankets, no clothing, because they don't think that they're going to be booked into hospital. We make sure that they have underwear and clothing and a blanket so that they can be comfortable and have some dignity, because obviously you don't want people to suffer. And then we have transport assistance, so that's for families that are living within the metro. We don't want any child to say, or family to say, I did not bring my child for treatment because I did not have transport. So we physically hand families money so that they can come to and from treatment appointments. We have food parcels because nutrition plays a vital role in the child's health and how they handle their treatment. So we make sure that the entire, you can't just feed the one child in the family, so we make sure that the whole family gets food. So we give them a food parcel, which usually lasts about a week for a family of 4. And then if treatment is unsuccessful, we also offer bereavement support, and that is where we hand the family a small donation just to assist them with the funeral arrangements. And we obviously have a social worker, and that's probably one of the biggest and the most support that we offer the family. Is we give them, they've got a social worker based in the unit with the pediatric oncologist. They're working there every day, 8 until 5. They are there for the families from day one all the way through treatment, and that relationship lasts long after the child has gone into remission and become a survivor, or if even if the child does not make their treatment and there is bereavement, the social worker still is there for the family long after the child has passed.
That is wonderful. You're doing quite a lot of work, and it's phenomenal. And what you're doing, is something that is very needing. Thank you once again, on behalf of the entire PE. Thank you so much for what you're doing, and I hope and I know and I pray that maybe there's just one, even if it's one person who comes and volunteers, that would mean a lot. So dear listeners of Agape, especially the Midday Talk, please do come through and volunteer, just giving your time to help those who are in need. The time is 18 minutes past 1 on a Wednesday afternoon. It is 26 degrees Celsius outside, and I am still talking with Lynne Gadd-Claxton of CHOC Childhood Cancers Foundation South Africa, and today we are speaking about PE. We're speaking about the branch PE. Lynne, you mentioned that in your bio that we need each other. We each need to consider how our actions may affect one another or the other person, right? Do you think that especially in this new age, do you think that people consider their actions do you think they consider the other person when they're doing something?
I think that there are many people that live like that with blinkers on, and all they can do is focus on their own selves, and they're egotistical, and But I do believe that there are more people that are out there being good and thinking of what impact they're going to have on other people one day. And I use that statement because I believe, and I live by that no matter what you do, you could have an impact on people, whether that is positive or negative. But ideally, you want to have positive impacts on people. You want to leave people thinking, oh, that person was really nice, and that person was really friendly to me. So no matter who you deal with on your daily basis, be kind, be courteous, because you never know what kind of impact you might have on that individual. And I often will say when I go to schools and I speak to children that every little bit makes a difference. We do little things within CHOC that might seem insignificant, like we do daily sandwiches at the hospital, which to somebody that might be like, oh, well, that's just a sandwich. But for some of those families, they haven't eaten since maybe 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. when they got into the hospital transport to come to the clinic for the day. And then it's by the time we're coming there, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's the first time they've eaten. And that might seem insignificant, but it has a huge impact upon that individual. So I believe that we should all go out there and do little things to make someone's life easier. We also don't know what we're going through, so just be kind.
Yes, please be kind. Please be kind. You wrote somewhere that I want a healthier, more energetic life, and allowing others to that opportunity too. So so how do you go about allowing people or allowing other people to the opportunity of living a healthier life and energetic life?
Well, that's got nothing to do with chocolate. I try to, obviously, I subscribe to the 5 a.m. club, so I don't know if you know what the 5 a.m. club is.
Yes.
So I try every morning to get up I set my alarm for 4:45, so I do my 20 minutes of exercise and 20 minutes of motivation and 20 minutes of just reflection and maybe a bit of education. So I try to subscribe to that every morning, and obviously a part of that is living a healthy lifestyle. I try to eat healthier, and I try to motivate people around me to do the same without being too hard on them, because it is a very difficult cycle to break. I also struggle. I have my temptations that I like to eat, but I do try. Yes. So,
all right.
Yes.
You know, when you said that, because this is from somewhere else, not even CHOC. So what I believe is that what you say somewhere else may also link to what you do as well. So you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, big ups to the 5 a.m. club. You wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning and you motivate other people to live a healthy lifestyle, which brings me to my next question. How would you recommend creating awareness, right, to members in the community about members who also living with cancer, childhood, people who are still getting into the cancer, they just got diagnosed with cancer? How would you create that awareness?
Well, for us, mostly it's early detection. So I think just being better equipped with knowledge on cancers. Obviously, within children, cancer is not lifestyle dependent. So nothing a child has done externally can create cancer in their body. But obviously, as adults, we need to live healthier. So and often cancer is lifestyle dependent. So things such as smoking can cause cancer. an unhealthy lifestyle can cause cancer. So I would just say try and live as healthy a life as possible, make better eating choices. If you cannot exercise, I mean, I wake up every morning and I exercise for 20 minutes, but I do not enjoy it. I do not. But I enjoy walking. So every evening at 5 p.m. I also go for a walk. And I enjoy that walk. So if you don't want to exercise, just make sure you get out there, get some fresh air. And stress. Reduce the stress in your life, because I think we're living such high-strung lives lately. True. And we have this immense pressure on us, and COVID didn't make things any easier. And then the fuel price goes up today, so I can imagine how stressed people are today. So I just think try and ease the stress in your life. If you need to minimize things in your life, then minimize. But and I think take care of yourself and know your body. Don't avoid going to the doctor. So many people do that. With children, it's often misdiagnosed. And as a mother, I always believe, mother knows. And if a mother has that sixth sense that something's wrong with my child, don't stop knocking on doors until you get the answer that you're looking for or that you need to hear.
Please don't stop knocking on those doors until you get the result, until you get the answer. October is considered to be Cancer Awareness Month. So do you believe, or would you reckon that this month is enough for the awareness, or is there something that else can be done, and how would you like assistance from the community to help you in this regard?
Well, yes, so October is Awareness Month, and it's a Cancer Awareness Month, and it's probably the biggest because it gets the most media. But obviously within CHOC, or childhood cancer, we've got two important dates, we just had it, which was the 15th of Feb, which is International Childhood Cancer Day, so we have a big drive on that day. You've got World Cancer Day on the 4th of Feb as well, so that's another date that's quite important. And then for us, September is actually Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, so just before October, and we create a lot of awareness around that. But every month is linked to some kind of cancer awareness, whether it's breast cancer or prostate cancer or whatever. But every month has got its month, and I think people must just be more aware. I think we're doing as much as we can, but for us within CHOC, I think what we would like is, we're always striving to create awareness of childhood cancers. So if you have a community group, or you are at your workplace, or even as an individual, you can go and look at our website on the early warning signs of childhood cancer. But you can also invite us to come and talk to you. And there is obviously, we do some training of healthcare workers and individuals and groups. So if you'd like for us to come and do some the awareness training on early childhood cancer, we can also do that. Just reach out to us. We're always happy to come and talk to individuals and groups.
And we are leaving the details right at the end of this. I like your t-shirt, Hope, Fight and Cure.
Yes.
Okay, please take that. Hope, Fight and Cure. What programs do you run in this comprehensive process? And please dig a little deeper on the early childhood on the early childhood detection as well.
Okay, so we obviously have diverse programs. We have professional emotional support. That is our social worker that's based in the wards, guiding and assisting families every step of the way. Then we have various other programs, that's bereavement and grief support, and that was within where we give the family a donation when their child passes away. We have transport assistance, that is we physically hand families money, but we also have our own vehicles that we use to transport family to and from treatment if they are staying at the CHOC house, and whatever other treatment they may need. We have the accommodation, which is the houses within the treatment centres. So like PE's got one, East London has got one, then you've got Durban, Cape Town, Joburg, Bloemfontein, Pretoria, where there is accommodation. And then we also offer awareness training on the early warning signs of childhood cancer. So we are always looking for people that are wanting to know the early warning signs of childhood cancer, so that we can create a better awareness, because as I said earlier on, early detection saves lives.
True. Early detection saves lives. What are the time now? We're running out of time. It is 27 minutes past. So what are the events that are upcoming next? What are you planning on doing in the next, let's say, next month or two?
Okay, so we've got this Saturday, we're going to be at the Walmer Town Hall. There's a market going there the first Saturday of every month. So we have a stall there, and we have a raffle running there at the moment. So we'd like to reach at least 500 ticket sales for the raffle. And you can win there's various prizes that are up for grabs there. And then we're going to be also raffling a nice Easter. It's about 70 centimeters, 700 millimeters. It's about 3 kilograms of chocolate. Can you imagine 300 kilograms? 3 kilograms of chocolate. But it's a great prize for somebody to win for Easter. As raffle tickets for that is only R5. They can also get that from our stall, or just contact us and we can help you make that donation so that you can get your name in the draw. And then there's a bingo evening on the 2nd of April. It's a Saturday. I'm not quite sure.
2nd of April.
2nd of April, also at Walmer Town Hall. But all the details you can they can find it on our Facebook page or chat to us directly, and we will assist them.
Alrighty. I wish we had more time to talk more about, because I'm more interested and I'm getting more awareness. Okay, I'm learning as I'm going. So before I get to the words of empowerment, where do we find you guys on social media?
Okay, so you can find us. We are CHOC, Childhood Cancer Foundation South Africa. We're on Facebook, or you can just find our group. We also have a group for CHOC PE. You can find our website. I think if you go to our website, you'll find all the information there. It's www.choc, spelled choc.org.za. And then our telephone number for the PE office is 041 464 0005. And reach out to us. Whether you suspect your child has cancer, we can assist and guide you on the referral system.
Can you please repeat the number for us?
Yes, it's 041 464 0005.
All right, and if you missed any of that, you can call us on 069-402-1131. We will supply you with the information that has been provided. Please do get in contact with them. They are CHOC, Childhood Cancer Foundation South Africa, or the group CHOC PE. You can also email them, and they will get in contact with you. Lynn, thank you so much for coming. Right? Thank you so much for coming. And I always do this, my guests. I don't know, I think it's a thing for me. I want you to leave a word of encouragement or leave a word of empowerment to someone who is just out there, who does not know what the ins and outs of cancer, early childhood, and also empower people out there.
Okay, well, I'm going to go back to my statement about how we can make an impact on each other's lives. And it ties in with what CHOC does. So I think we often think we cannot make a difference in the lives of others. And a small gesture like listening to someone vent their fears, like our social worker will do with the family, or sharing a sandwich with someone who has not eaten all day, assisting a colleague struggling with a work assignment, are small ways that we can all make a big difference in someone's life. And CHOC assists families in small ways that make a big difference. All those small ripples create a huge wave of impact of support for a family in crisis. And everyone in his or her life has had someone who has reached out to them or influenced them in some way. And it is important for people to continue to do that, to reach out and to help others. And I want to encourage everyone that's listening to be that person that goes a little further to make a positive difference in the lives of others.
Nicely put. I will not say anything. After that. Thank you for coming, Lynn. Thank you so much. And please may God highly bless you, and with whatever that you do, and may you get more volunteers. I am hinting this out there. Please do go in and volunteer. This is a midday talk with Nwabisa, and the time is 1:32 on a Wednesday afternoon. It is 28 degrees Celsius outside, and today I'm still sitting with Lynne Gadd-Claxton of CHOC Childhood Cancer Foundation. And if you missed any of that, please do go on to our Facebook platforms. We're on Twitter, we're on YouTube, and also on our website, and you'll get all those information in there. I am Nwabisa, and today I'm going to leave you with Sinach saying, because you live. For me, it is goodbye, and God bless.